In this video, I'll show you how to use plugins in KiCad 9 to make your work easier and faster. First, open the Plugin and Content Manager from the main window of KiCad. To install a plugin, simply click Install next to the plugin you want. Once you've selected the plugins, click on Apply Pending Changes. This will install the plugin. To see your installed plugins, open the PCB editor. Here, you'll find all the plugins that are available. If you don't see the one you just installed, go to the Tools menu. Select External Plugins. Then click Refresh Plugins. You can also directly select the plugin from this menu. The first plugin we'll look at is the Interactive HTML BOM. To use it, click on Interactive HTML BOM plugin. To change where your BOM file will be saved, you can use this option. To include extra details like tracks and nets, you can enable these two options. If you want to change the order of components in your BOM file, you can do it here. For example, if you want resistors listed at the top, select R, and then use the arrow buttons to move it up. Use the plus button to add a component to the list, and use the minus button to remove a component. If you want to skip certain components from the BOM file, click the plus button under the blacklist option. Enter the component prefix, for example, C for capacitors. To remove an item from the blacklist, select it and click the minus button. Leave the other settings at their defaults. Finally, click Generate BOM. This will create your HTML BOM file. Once generated, open the BOM file. It's very simple to use. If you hover over a component, it highlights its exact location on the PCB board. If you've sourced a component, you can tick the option under the sourced column for that particular component. If you've already placed it on the PCB, you can tick the option under the placed column for that particular component. That's how you can use this plugin. The next plugin we'll look at is KiKit. The KiKit plugin is mainly used to create a panel from a single PCB board. Here I have a single PCB design ready. To turn this into a panel, we can simply use the KiKit plugin. After panelizing, your PCB will look like this. Here is the 3D view of the panelized board. If you'd like a more detailed step-by-step tutorial on using the KiKit plugin, I already have a separate video for that. You can find the link to it in the description. The next plugin we'll look at is Place Footprints. This plugin is used to arrange components automatically in a certain pattern. For this example, I have a simple circuit with 12 LEDs connected in series, and I've already assigned footprints to them. Now let's go to the PCB editor and import these footprints so we can use the plugin. Now select the first component. For example, if you have a component from 1 to 12, then select the first component. Next, go to the Tools menu. Select External Plugins, and then click on Place Footprints. A pop-up window will appear. First, select the option reference number. In the next window, you'll see a list of all the footprints that are selected. To deselect a component, hold down Ctrl and click on that component. To select a component, hold down Ctrl and click on it again. Under Arrangement, choose Linear. Set the distance between the components using Step X and Step Y. Click OK to see the result. If you want to rotate the components, change the Rotate by value. Then click OK again to view the result. Change the arrangement to matrix. Set the distance between the components using Step X and Step Y. Adjust the number of columns as needed. Click OK to see the result. Change the arrangement to circular. Set the radius of the circle. Leave the rest of the settings at their defaults. Click OK to see the result. And that's how you can use the Place Footprints plugin to arrange your components in linear, matrix, or circular patterns. The next plugin we'll look at is Rounded Tracks. This plugin is used to create smooth, rounded edges for your PCB tracks. Before using it, make sure you have routed your entire PCB board. Once routing is done, click on the Rounded Tracks plugin. A pop-up window will appear. To change the radius of the rounded corners, double-click on the radius value. Enter the new value you want for the radius. In the same window, you can also set how many passes the plugin should run. Simply adjust the number under the passes column. After making your changes, click Run. Now you'll see your PCB tracks with smooth, rounded edges applied. The next plugin we'll look at is free routing. This plugin is very useful because it allows you to route your PCB board automatically, saving a lot of time. For this example, I already have a PCB board where the components are arranged the way I want. To route the board automatically, simply click on the free routing plugin. As soon as you do this, the plugin will start routing your board automatically. This is how the board looks after routing. If you'd like a detailed explanation on how to install and use the free routing plugin, I have a separate video. You'll find the link to that video in the description. In the next video, I will share some more useful plugins that will help you. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.